Welcome in, Ranger basketball fans. Grant Graves, Mike Harper here on Senior Day at Lakewood High School, and we have a dynamic duo of seniors in Lily Germain and Gianna McCullough. It'll be a nice day to celebrate the girls. Luke, if you'll pan around the gym a little bit, you'll be able to see all the posters that the girls have made for the seniors. That type of support, that type of bond, it's really nice to have a day to celebrate Lily and Gianna.
Absolutely, Grant. It's it's kind of funny. I've been with these girls since third, fourth grade Lakewood, our inner city league, and so it's just really neat to see kids come up through your program like that. And then this is their day finally. It's tough to say goodbye to them as well.
We will have quite the throwback during the end of the first quarter. We have a little Senior Day video in which a young Mike Harper has led a elementary school rec team to, it looked like, a pretty sizable trophy. Can't wait to show that one.
Grant, I just showed up to take the picture. Coach Wilhelmy did the coaching.
Success has many fathers. Failure is an orphan. Well, we are so excited for Lily and Gianna today during Senior Day, and I'm excited for this broadcast. Buckeye and Lakewood, a tune-up before we head into GLC tournament play, the first season of GLC tournament play. And it's also exciting because we have quite the halftime interview. A Lakewood favorite, a Lakewood superstar, the team manager of the Lakewood girls varsity squad. It's Kellyn Donahoe. Coach Aaron Hoffert sat down with Kellyn Donahoe. You are not going to want to miss that interview at halftime. It'll be a fun one.
Can't wait.
Kellyn always brings the energy, always brings the smiles, and we cannot wait to have her on the Lakewood Sports Channel at halftime today. As we get set here from the corner of Bunts and Franklin, it'll be Lakewood and Buckeye facing off tonight. Lakewood coming off a win, their first of the year against Parma, a fantastic effort. 17 points from Jackie Hudak. Her sister had 12, both high point totals for those girls this year. It was a fantastic showing from them. And Buckeye comes in looking to get some momentum going themselves before the GLC tournament. And now we kick it to Mike Harper for the two keys to the game.
Well, Grant, on the 1 point on the Buckeye side of things, it's kind of interesting today. We got the starters, and it seems that Beckett's not in. I've noticed that everything that Buckeye has really done over the last few games, they run through Beckett. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see, how they start, who handles the ball, handles the pressure coming for Buckeye. And then also with them, they've got a return of their big man, number 25, Autumn Meyer. So Autumn Meyer has been in and out, and she's a big key. She's probably one of the tallest centers we've seen in this conference. On the Lakewood side of things, Grant, got our first victory this past week. And if you notice what happened in that game, it was a lot of pressure. So, it's going to be interesting to see if Coach Work stays with that philosophy of a little bit of pressure. When you're having trouble scoring in the half-court set, you muck it up a little bit. You try to throw out that press a little bit and see if you can get some easy buckets. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yes, and hopefully we can get a W for the Rangers here on Senior Day. And no better duo to have as our Slife players to watch today than the seniors. Lily Germain and Gianna McCullough are our Slife players to watch. They are going to soak in every moment of this Senior Day. It should be a memorable one, and we're glad you are joining us at home today on the Lakewood Sports Channel. And as we are bringing you the action here today, we want to shout out First Federal of Lakewood, our presenting sponsor. First Federal of Lakewood is rooted in the communities they serve and has supported the personal and business banking needs of its customers since 1935. Visit ffl.net to learn more, and Lakewood and the Buckeye Bucks will be announced here soon as we have such a great matchup for you. The first ever doubleheader today on the Lakewood Sports Channel. We have the girls here kicking off in the matinee, and then the Saturday night primetime game will be University School and the Lakewood Rangers. So if you have found the Lakewood Sports Channel, you can put that remote down. You are set for the day.
They got you working overtime, Grant.
Love to do it and support these student athletes. So now we turn to the PA announcer for the national anthem.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this matinee contest between the missing Lady Bucks of Buckeye and your Lady Lakewood Rangers. Right now, ask everyone to please rise and stand for the playing of the national anthem.
And we continue to throw it down to the PA announcer for the starting lineups here on the Lakewood Sports Channel.
And Bernard Mitchell. Now first, the starting lineup for the Lady Bucks of Buckeye. Head coach Lene Whitehead. Number 4, Sydney Bell. Number 11, Reagan McCourt. Number 13, Aaron Donahoe. Number 20, Courtney Keeler. And number 25, Adam Meyer. Now, Ranger fans, on your seats and up on your feet to meet and greet your Lady Lakewood Rangers. Starting at guard, a junior number 2, Molly Hendrickson. And another guard, a sophomore, number 3, Samantha Houdet. Another sophomore guard, number 4, Sydney Hampton. One of the 2 seniors, point number 12, Lily and another senior guard, number 24, Gianna. Lady Lakewood Rangers are coached by Julie Workman, assistant coach.
And with those starting lineups, it is time for basketball here at Lakewood High School. One of our best crowds of the day, one of the best atmospheres you will find for the Lakewood Rangers here as Senior Day gets set to kick off. The Lakewood Rangers in their home whites with the purple trim, and the Buckeye Bucks come out in their road uniforms, brown with the orange trim. Weber and Germain get set to tip it off here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. We are underway, and the tip is contested, and right away a jump ball. So we will have Hampton and number 4, Sydney Bell in the middle. You don't see this every day. Fun start to Senior Day. We've had a fun start today, Mike Harper.
I think it happened once in my 8-year time at Varsity.
I was going to go to you for a rules check on that one.
Yep.
But nothing has been going according to plan today, so it'd be fun for a little freaky start to this one as we get underway here at Lakewood High School. Ball is tipped away, but corralled in the corner there. Number 13, Aaron Demagall, will set it up for the Bucks. Nice defense there by Hudek. Lakewood coming out with a lot of intensity. They want to win this one for the senior class.
Grant, it's really going to be interesting to see how well Buckeye will be able to get the ball into the big man here. Now, listen, without number 32, Alyssa Beckett on the floor, they're going to have some problems, I think, with floor leadership. So we'll see.
Buckeye certainly will need to make some adjustments today, as that one is a well-adjusted shot from Courtney Keeler. The three-pointer gets Buckeye on the board here early.
Got to watch out for Keeler and got to watch out for number 4. Sydney Bell.
A little bit of a zone pressure here from Buckeye, and that will give the ball back to the Bucks here. 7 minutes remaining in this one. Interesting look here in Lakewood going to that 1-3-1 press that we talked about in the pregame. Successful against Parma the other night for their first win of this season, and a steal there by IE Molly Hendrickson. It tipped around down low. And the ball will stay with the Rangers. Good hustle there by the Rangers and timely play by IE.
Yeah, this is the kind of pressure that we talked about in the Parma game. I think they found something here.
Excuse me, the ball will stay with Buckeye. There was no signal that way, but we will roll along here.
Smart move by Buckeye to use that height in the middle, right?
Weber puts up the hook shot, no good. Certainly one of the taller players Lakewood will face this season as Germain, 2 physical down low on Weber. On Meyer, excuse me. Weber was on the Buckeye boys team. This heightened schedule here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. We love it. Out of bounds, and Buckeye will keep this one. senior day here at Lakewood High School, as number 32, Alyssa Beckett, will check in for Buckeye.
All right, here's their floor general.
Underneath, really simple baseline out of bounds play to get Meyer a shot underneath, but a jump ball will be assessed, and Buckeye will keep it. That was, what do you call that one? Throw it as high as you can and hope Meyer comes down with it?
Utilize what you got, man.
Don't need a fancy name for that one, as Beckett takes control of the ball up top for the Bucks.
Some 3 years ago, I was fortunate enough to coach a 6'3" player.
Absolutely. Olivia Nagy, who's having a fantastic career at John Carroll University.
On our way to being a Division III All-American, I'm telling you. And she made life easy. Throw it up. throw it up to the big man in the middle.
Certainly have been happy to see the career that Nagy has put together at John Carroll, as Lakewood looking to get on the scoreboard here. 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Some pressure from the Bucks handled by the Rangers, i.e., from the corner, that one is good. Molly Henriksen.
So it's going to be interesting. Buckeye has come out in this 1-3-1 zone. They're going to test our shooting, I think.
Molly Henriksen certainly up to the task, as McCourt got behind everybody.
Travel. Oh.
But a slip of the foot there, and a foul will be assessed to number on Lily Germain. Underneath, it looked like possibly a travel beforehand, but
I was thinking
the
Buckeye might
pivot
have gotten
foot
away
was
with
able
one.
to stay down. Germain, her second foul. Garcia getting ready to check in. Demagol getting ready to check in again as well. Courtney Keeler will sit down, and Lily Germain will sit down. 4-3, the Bucks lead the Rangers here.
Germain in early foul trouble. Garcia's been playing well as of late, though, so it's a good substitution in there.
Nice rebound right on cue by the freshman, holding off Meyer. What a rebound underneath, and Lakewood will control it. 4-3, the Bucks lead. A nice steal there by McCourt as she takes it down court. And that layup is good. Lakewood trailing 6-3 now, 5 minutes remaining. A little bit of a zone pressure here for Buckeye. Lakewood trying to move the ball and try to find their open shot. Ball is tipped to the middle by McCourt, and it ended up in Hudak's hands. Hudak found a cutting Hampton, and Hampton will lay it up. That one almost down for the three-point play, but what a nice high IQ play there by Sydney Hampton to see the zone there and not be stagnant, move without the basketball. That was textbook.
That's what we try to teach. You know, just because they throw a zone out at you, it's designed to try to make you shoot as many jump shots as possible. But, you know, if you're opportunistic and you're reading the defense right, hey, you make those good cuts, those good reads, you know.
Hampton,
excellent read that time.
Hampton rewarded at the free throw line as Keeler will check back in, and Demagol will sit down for the Bucks. Lakewood, a fantastic effort against Parma the other night, 61 points in that one. And I was looking at the stat sheet today, and it was very well-rounded. It wasn't somebody going off for 25.
No.
A lot of people got involved. It was a great team effort for the Rangers. That's Garcia. Tough defense underneath on Meyer. The scoop there by Beckett, no good, and Lakewood will retain possession. Nice stop there, and it started with the freshman, Hond Weber. Pass underneath there to Hampton. Hampton will get it to Henriksen, who will try to ignite the Lakewood offense. Hudak open for three. That one too short. A tip off of Buckeye will keep the ball with the Rangers.
All right, good look.
Meyer, a junior. Garcia, a freshman. That'll be a primetime matchup next year when the Bucks and the Rangers face off. It's a primetime matchup right now on the Lakewood Sports Channel.
I believe so.
Hampton getting the ball in. First, second option weren't there. Finds the emergency release valve in Garcia. Garcia, the take underneath. Out of bounds, blocked underneath by Meyer.
Yeah, so, you know, when you're young like that, court awareness is a big deal, you know. So she's posted up in the mid-post, and she's trying to make a low-post move there. She'll get used to that,
Yeah,
though.
good to see the freshman attacking and trying to find a good shot for her team.
Absolutely.
Hudak in the corner will try to get Lakewood closing in on this lead. Henriksen again from 3, and that one is good. Molly Henriksen.
We know she can shoot it.
Well acquainted to the Lakewood Sports Channel audience. She had a fantastic shooting night a few games ago on this very channel as Meyer beat everybody down the floor, but the layup's no good. Lakewood playing inspired defense here and cutting into the Buckeye lead. Henriksen doing a really nice job of finding her shot today, Mike.
Absolutely. And that's
Hampton, another nice cut, but Meyer sends her away. Good cut again there from Hampton, but it's going to be Meyer down low, and the Lakewood Rangers are going to have to adjust to her down low. Very nice defensive play.
You know, someone that tall in the paint, it really does mess up your timing on what you think, the shots you think you can get off in the paint. So, but Lakewood will definitely have to make those adjustments as they cut.
Hampton got a hand on it, and the layup was no good, but a whistle will come in at the end there. And Keeler will go to the line to shoot a pair. It looked like Hampton was just a step behind that back cut there, but she was good court awareness, and she got her hand on the ball there in good defensive fashion.
And as we talked about before, I think she kind of came forward a little bit. If she'd have been a little bit more vertical, that might not have gone against her.
Sure. Hampton will check out. Hudak, Jackie will check in. Fantastic game against Parma for Jackie, 17 points. 17 points. That second one rattles home.
And really not known for her scoring, more for her defense, hustle, and other things that she does. But, man, in that pressure, she really was opportunistic. I mean, I think they created 17 turnovers off that press against Parma.
They've trapped there out of bounds. We'll keep the ball with the Rangers. All knotted up at 7 here on Senior Day at Lakewood High School. That cross-court pass handled by Hudak. Garcia got it underneath. She was tied up. And a jump ball will keep it with the Lakewood Rangers.
Yeah, Lakewood, so looks like Buckeye is looking for opportunities to pin Lakewood on that sideline and throw that trap at them. Gonna have to try to keep that ball in the middle of the floor.
Henriksen chases down that bullet from Hudak. Sam finds her sister cutting underneath, and that one is no good, but a nice look there from Jackie Hudak underneath. Beckett handling the pressure from Hudak. Sam came over and applied some as well. Keeler in the corner, lost that one. McCullough hounding her, and that ball will go back to the purple and gold. Nice defense by the senior without fouling there.
That was beautiful.
Under 3 minutes here.
Almost got the initial steal on that pass, but stuck with it and got the turnover.
Hudak bringing it down the floor. Buck still in the zone here as McCullough's three too strong. And a jump ball will give the ball back to Buckeye. Hampton checking back in. And Sam Hudak will sit down. Still going with the full court pressure here. Lakewood committed to this. You know, again, we talked about it in a weird season kind of like this. You got to find your defensive identity.
Absolutely.
And Lakewood certainly will try to be featuring this as postseason play kicks off. And that ball off the shin of Meyer, and Lakewood will regain possession.
I love that. See, so the full court pressure came out there, and even though they didn't get the turnover in the backcourt, if you keep hustling back there, you can create situations where you force bad passes. Very good job by Lakewood.
Sometimes the turnover doesn't happen immediately on the first pass or even the second pass. It's when you're forcing a team to make those rotations with the basketball that you're speeding them up and hoping for a miscue like you saw there as Ava Carroll will check in for the first time tonight for the Rangers. A nice steal there in the open floor by Keeler, but she gave it right back up.
Great hustle by Hampton there.
Hampton didn't give up on the play and got the ball back for the Rangers. Hampton pivoting up top, looking for an outlet. Finds Hudak. Hudak bounces it over to McCullough. Hudak around the arc. Henriksen for three. That one in and out. Molly did a good job to contest the rebound there, but it's Beckett pushing the Bucks all the way. Corner three from Keeler. That one will bounce around and bounce in. Nice shot in the corner by Keeler. No hesitation.
I think the refs might have missed another one there on a step out of bounds there by Beckett. But, hey, good pressure, good push by Beckett.
Molly Pilgrim checking in for the Rangers, taking out the senior Gianna McCullough. We love seeing that mix of freshmen and JV players behind the Lakewood Ranger bench there on their own sideline. They do a nice job of letting us know when they think a call should be corrected. Beckett pushing all the way. That scoop layup no good, and Carroll pulls down the rebound. Lakewood leading by 2 here, 7-9. Buckeye leads 9-7. Keeler that steal was by Regan McCourt.
Yep.
And Buckeye will come back the other way, looking to extend their 2-point lead. 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. Travel there on Buckeye.
Hampton's had a little bit of trouble with that trap out top there. You know, we talk about that when those traps come and those zone looks come, hey, fake a pass to make a pass to keep it off, keep it off balance, you know.
Demagol checks in for Keeler, and Hampton will bring the ball up. Buckeye showing a little bit of a 2-3 zone now as opposed to the 1-3-1. Hendrickson looks into Carroll, who had good position on Meyer. They have Carroll's ankle and the ball sandwiched together, and that will equal a Lakewood possession. 46.5 seconds remaining here on the Lakewood Sports Channel.
Buckeye switching it up, giving a little different look now, huh? Might even be looking at a little man here off the inbound.
Nice play by Lakewood to get Hendrickson an open look and tie this one up. That box play run to perfection there on the baseline out of bounds.
Love it when those come together.
It's a coach's high point of the game when those set plays work to perfection. You spend time on them in practice.
Yeah, you got to. You got to.
Beckett the three. That one off the backboard and no good. Tough rebound will be pulled down by Buckeye. Hampton will be assessed for the foul, trying to get a tie-up jump ball, but got too much of Beckett's arm there.
Second foul on Hampton there. We've got to be careful. I think we've got a couple fouls on us here.
Hudak thought about checking in, but was told to let Hampton play out this last 17.9 seconds for the Rangers here in the first quarter. Ball gets into the corner there. Sidney Bell found Meyer down low. Nice play by the Bucks to extend their lead to 2.
It's good inbounds play there, too.
10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Ball is thrown off to Pilgrim for 3. That one banked and almost in, but Buckeye will corral it.
In and out, Grant, in and out.
Good shot by Pilgrim, and Lakewood looking for that one to go down, but trailing by 2 here at the end of the first quarter. And now, again, it's senior day.
It is.
Want to shout out Lily and Gianna on this senior day and take a trip down memory lane here with our senior video presented by the First Federal and the Lakewood Sports Channel. Shot by Pilgrim, and Lakewood looking for that one to go down, but trailing by 2 here at the end of the first quarter. And now, again, it's senior day. We want to shout out Lily and Gianna on this senior day and take a trip down memory lane here with our senior video presented by the First Federal and the Lakewood Sports Channel. Congrats to Lily and Gianna, and I know you like seeing those throwback pictures there.
It's an awesome thing. Like I said, you know, these girls spend so much time in your program. You know, they come in 3rd, 4th grade, and, you know, they don't hardly know what a basketball is. And then those that are fortunate enough to get to the varsity level, it's just, it makes you feel really good.
Certainly a fantastic story for both Gianna and Lily on their senior day here. Hudak came over like she was shot out of a cannon, but a blocking foul will be assessed to Hudak as Lakewood will take the ball out. Buckeye will take it out after the foul there. 5 fouls for Lakewood, 1 foul for Buckeye here. Quite the discrepancy in the foul column. Meyer received the inbounds pass, but was hounded by a few Rangers there. This is the taller lineup Lakewood has been liking recently with both Germain and Garcia out there for the Rangers.
Yep. It's interesting. So you'll have that height to kind of offset Meyer a little bit, and that's not a bad thing.
3-pointer there by Bell, no good, but Keeler pulled it down. Meyer underneath, no good. And a step on the baseline will get the ball back to Lakewood. Lakewood doing a nice job on a tough assignment.
I tell you what, Garcia was isolated down there by herself on that defensive possession. I thought she did a fantastic job.
Nice job by the Rangers to force the turnover underneath. McCullough will find the ball on the reversal and bring it up against Beckett, but Beckett was able to steal that one away. Chased down by Hudak, and Beckett's layup no good. Hudak influenced that one from behind and will push it to Pilgrim down the other way. Hudak on the cut underneath, no good. Meyer pulls down a tough rebound. Jump ball, and Lakewood will retain possession.
That was fortunate on that one. That was a little bit of a reach in. That's the thing about a young team, though. We got to, you'll understand when you can do that and when not, and get better at that.
Lily Germain pops out, looking for her first points of the ballgame. Garcia puts up the jump shot, short on that one. And Buckeye will push it the other way.
I like to see Garcia shooting. You know, sometimes when a young player gets in, their first few varsity games, they're a little gun shy. So, hey, she stepped out and took a jump shot. That's not bad there.
It will certainly pay off for Lakewood as they're trying to get their offense going here. And, again, a balanced offensive effort against Parma in their first win the other night. Hopefully getting more players in the scoring column here. Nice catch underneath by Meyer in the layup for the 6'1 junior.
Yeah, you're going to see that Buckeye's going to run a lot of their offense around dumping the ball into her, which is smart.
Which is smart. It's a safe play, and certainly when she corrals that ball, there's not many players on Lakewood or in the Northeast Ohio area that are going to be able to contest a shot like that. Nice job by Meyer. Good skill underneath. McCullough the take underneath. She is fouled, and a good tough take by Gianna McCullough there will send her to the free throw line.
That's what you want to see your senior do right there. Be in attack mode, right? Love it.
McCullough, nice attacking layup there, will get her to the free throw line with Lakewood trailing by 4 here. 5 minutes, 55 seconds remaining. Gianna up and good for the first one. And checking in for the first time is Alyssa Sibley for the Bucks, and Meyer will sit down. Jackie Hudak will check in for Molly Pilgrim. And your takeaway from the Parma game the other night is McCullough shoots her second. I mean, it was so good to see the girls get in the W column because they've had some close games and games they deserve to win. Just didn't end up happening as the senior hits her second. But, man, you know, a total effort, a 10-point win over Parma, who's had some success this year in certain areas. It was just good to see the girls putting it all together. And I know the coaching staff was excited for their hard work paying off.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it's a matter of the girls, right? I mean, we coaches, we've lost a few games, so
sure.
we understand.
Hey.
But you know, when you have a young team, you want to get them used to getting some wins and getting some success, and not getting used to losing. You know, that's big.
And we talk about it, and I think it's important in the sense that you're doing the right things. We've seen Lakewood in some very close matchups, and you don't want to get away from those habits that get you in those positions, albeit maybe not a win. But Lakewood certainly sticking to their principles, and it's paying off later in the season as a turnover is corralled by the purple and gold. Jackie in the corner. That one is up and short, but there's her sister Sam on the rebound. Some sister-to-sister connection. Germain underneath. That ball rimmed off, and Sibley pushes it the other way. Timeout.
You'd like to see Germain step in, and she had a younger, a smaller player in on. You'd like to see her step in and try to go into some contact instead of fading away on that one.
A timeout by Coach Whitehead as Buckeye will reassess here. A 4-point game. This has been a tight one. Neither team, giving an inch on the defensive end. I think every bucket we've seen tonight has been one that the teams have had to work for, either through ball movement or, a nice job with the post entries for Buckeye. On Lakewood's end, it's moving the ball around the perimeter where they've found success.
Absolutely. It's been a tough fought game.
Absolutely.
Really tough. But we expected that. I mean, I
sure.
think these two teams
I think
are
that's
pretty evenly
the
matched.
personality of these two teams.
Yeah.
And with the GLC tournament coming up the first time this year, I'd like to get your thoughts on that. It's a fantastic idea to get these teams in a weird year that don't have similar records. We're gonna get all the GLC teams together, and we're going to see what happens. I think it's going to be an exciting time for GLC basketball.
I think it's such a good idea. I think especially with the loss of games this year, give another little bit of gameplay until, before you go into
sure.
the tournament. Big fan of that.
Absolutely. It should be a good one as Lakewood and Buckeye are trying to get their teams in top form for the inaugural GLC bracket, as Buckeye will go to the free throw line. More specifically, it'll be Regan McCourt shooting 2 as she was fouled on her offensive putback. That one rimmed around and out, and Lakewood still trailing by 4.
See, this is what we got to do, though. So, Meyer's going to be a handful enough to keep off the boards. But we, as guards, we've got to box out and not let the others, like McCourt, get in and get those rebounds.
Another offensive rebound by Buckeye right on cue, as Lakewood will need to control the glass with Meyer back into the game for the Bucks. She got a quick rest, but that's about probably the only rest she'll get for quite a while here. They really rely on her to get things going offensively. Nice cut underneath there by Bell, but the layup was no good. Buckeyes gain another possession, and Sam Hudak steals it right back. Sam Hudak able to throw that one off of Beckett's knee, and I think Sam Hudak was just tired of all the offensive rebounds by Buckeye. She was going to take matters into her own hands there.
Sometimes you got to do that, right?
Carol, Henriksen, Hudak, Garcia, and Jackie Hudak out there for the Rangers. Dump in there, Garcia, nice ball movement to find Henriksen outside for 3. Molly Henriksen, her 3rd three-pointer of the contest.
Very nice recognition by Garcia there. She probably could have got up in the paint, but
sure.
I think she saw Aya
no
out of the corner of her eye
there
to kick that ball.
Really great ball movement from the Rangers. We've seen that today. When the Rangers string a few passes together, they usually find themselves with an open three-pointer on the perimeter, and IE's knocked down 3 of 4 today so far. Meyer posting up underneath looking for 1. And a nice denial by Garcia. She tipped it and grabbed it. A deflection and a steal all in one, and Lakewood trailing by 1, trying to take the lead here. Henderson around the screen.
Great defensive play by the freshman, right?
What a layup on the other end by Henriksen. It's that Garcia to Henriksen connection we're really starting to love here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. A turnover there created by Garcia. Another basket created here. An assist by Garcia to a Henriksen basket. It's a good connection for the Lakewood Rangers.
Love it.
Another stop by the Rangers as Hudak will push it the other way. Finds her sister cutting underneath, and Sam Hudak puts it up. Quite the run from the Lady Rangers. A 7-0 run has put the Lakewood Rangers in front here on Senior Day.
I love it, Grant. So see that guy, just a little bit of momentum turn there. Couple good defensive stands down there, and turn that into some good buckets on the other end. I like it.
And in your experience, it may seem insignificant, but a play where a player has, a fairly good look at a basket there, like Garcia had there, she makes the unselfish play that shows the rest of the players on the court, if we work together, if we do this as a unit, good things will happen, like a 7-0 run right there, and almost every player on the floor got involved right there.
Hey, basketball is the ultimate game of trust.
Yes, absolutely.
You got five guys out there working together, and if those 5 really truly believe and trust in each other,
sure,
man, you can be a really good team, and that's nice. Hey, you're seeing a combination there, the 2 that you spoke of. You'll see it next year too.
Right.
You got so many sophomores on the floor too. Trust is built over time, and so
right,
that's what we're seeing, I think, develop in front of our eyes here.
This Lakewood Ranger squad, young in veteran leadership, but certainly coming together at the right time here late in the season. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Lakewood leading Buckeye by 3. Hampton checking in for the Rangers. Carroll as well. Carroll tasked with Meyer underneath, and again forces a miss, and Henriksen pulls down the rebound.
I really like that. I don't know if you saw that Ava Carroll shaded to Meyer's right-hand side.
Good scouting there by the Lakewood coaching staff.
Daring her to turn over her right shoulder and use her left.
Sure. Nice pass underneath by Hampton, but Meyer sent that one away. Good look underneath, and you can work as hard as possible to get those looks down low, but a player like Meyer can certainly be the ultimate eraser.
Yeah, you mentioned Nagy earlier in the year. It's so funny. We with that team, we gambled so much, and we would take chances just
sure,
because we knew at the rim we had that protection that it didn't matter, And she made it for a lot of our –
the ultimate insurance policy.
Oh, yeah.
Speeding down the highway along knowing that your insurance will come through. Nice defense there by Garcia. Another deflection into a steal from the freshman. And a foul on Beckett. Lakewood certainly rolling now.
Lakewood seems to have their energy level up here. I'm looking at the bench over here. We're getting into this thing now.
We talked about it, and when you have the posters up, when you have the pregame ceremony for the seniors, it starts to hit you a little bit about the journey you've been through, and certainly the girls want to reward the seniors for their hard work with a W here today. Jackie Hudak puts that one up.
So you see Buckeyes switch back. They were going man for a minute. Now they switch back to that 1-3-1.
1-3-1 definitely found Buckeye some success early in the first quarter. Demagol off to Bell, who got it off to McCourt. McCourt back to Bell. And Buckeyes trying to find an answer to their scoring drought here. Three-pointer there from Bell is good.
Yep, Sydney Bell, we saw some film on her earlier in the season. If left alone out there, she's very capable.
1 minute remaining here in the first half, and Lakewood and Buckeye are knotted at 18. Carroll put it down, thought otherwise. Nice ball movement by the Rangers to find IE, and that one no good. Garcia was able to pull down the miss. Lakewood moving it again. IE for three. That one is good. She won't miss for long. Molly Henriksen, the three.
Did Buckeye scout this girl? We saw her earlier in the season, hit 6 of them in one game now.
EC can certainly show Buckeye where the, Holy Name can certainly show Buckeye where the fire extinguisher is in the hallway. They were searching for it. When Molly Henderson gets going, folks, her 4th three-pointer of the afternoon, and we have an entire half of basketball to play here.
And she can fill it up. I just like the fact that she missed one in that same sequence earlier.
Absolutely.
Came back, did a ball fake, and said, I got this one, coach.
And it wasn't a shot where, it moved around the arc. She thought about passing it, but again, getting herself in a good shooting position, squaring her shoulders to the rim. Really nice job by Henriksen. Carroll, a nice take underneath, and a foul will be assessed to Meyer. Carroll, a good job putting that one up. Not many shots have been able to reach the rim when they're in Meyer's orbit today.
I love that zone, overloading the side and quick moving that ball on a cut slant there. That's beautiful stuff.
Lakewood certainly doing a fantastic job of moving without the basketball today. We've seen a renewed sense of movement and sharing of the basketball. They've gotten corner threes. They've found players cutting through the middle. It's been nice offensive basketball, and 22 points to show for their efforts.
Absolutely.
Carroll short on the second one, but chases down her own miss. Buckeye pushing with numbers down the floor, a 3-on-2. The shot there by McCourt, no good, and Lakewood will push it, 10 seconds remaining. Pilgrim up the sideline, stops, pivots, finds Carroll. Carroll puts it up, no good. Garcia tips it and gives it back to Buckeye. Carroll with the clock winding down. May have had a chance to find Garcia there, but with the clock winding down, you want to be able to find your shot before that buzzer goes off.
Exactly. And she's not a guard, it's kind of hard. The ball ends up in the big man's hand.
Excellent hustle to go rim to rim there, yeah. Absolutely.
But the ball ends up in the big man's hands, and, they're hearing the time go down. That's not a bad play to put that off.
1 second remaining here as the ball will go in to McCourt. Her desperation heave rimmed around, and Lakewood will take a 4-point advantage into the locker room here on Senior Day. What a fantastic showing by Lakewood to close out that second quarter. Mike, you really liked what you saw from the purple and gold defensively, feeding into their offense, some really nice ball movement. We got a good one here on the Lakewood Sports Channel.
Well, you saw them turn the heat up. I think, sometimes with a young team, they come out asleep sometimes. We've seen a couple games earlier in the season where they've gotten down, 14-0 or 9-0. Before they even knew what hit them, they're down. But, they came out. They were down by 2 at the end of the quarter, and then, boom, that switch hit, and I liked that they won that second quarter going away.
We certainly like the effort we saw from Lakewood, and we certainly want to shout out First Federal of Lakewood. Their commercial here will play us into our halftime interview with a Lakewood favorite. I know I always have a smile on my face whenever I see Kellyn Donahoe. She is a bright ray of energy here in the halls of Lakewood High School, and we can't wait for you to see her sit down with Coach Aaron Hoffert here at halftime. And we can't wait to bring it to you on the Lakewood Sports Channel, presented by First Federal of Lakewood.
experience with a very large multinational bank that we wanted to have a very local bank. First Federal was the first bank that we called. From the very first phone call, just been absolutely wonderful. We had such a pleasant experience with this bank that we ended up making it not only the bank that gave us the loan on this house, this is our personal bank now. We felt like family. I would absolutely recommend First Federal Lakewood.
It was perfect.
It was perfect.
Hi everyone, my name is Erin Hofford. I'm the JV coach at Lakewood High School, and I'm here today with Kellyn Donahoe, our team manager. She has been with us for the past 3 seasons, and we're really excited to have her on as a special guest of the Lakewood Sports Channel today. So without further ado, I'd like to ask Kellyn to just tell us a little bit about herself.
Hi, I am 16 years old and I'm here as a junior at LXS. I have a golden doodle named Knox who I cuddle with and I have hard times that I go through. I have great and amazing siblings and parents who work me hard at school. When I get older, I want to be a teacher assistant and a part-time basketball coach.
Great, thanks so much, Kellyn. I think you have a lot of experience coaching and being a team manager that would be great in anything that you do in that sense. So when did your love for basketball begin?
When I began to love basketball when I watched my siblings play, and I loved the Cavs, even LeBron.
Oh yeah? Even LeBron? You think any of your siblings could match up?
Don't forget, folks, hand sanitizer and soap is located all.
Hi everyone, my name is Erin Hofford. I'm the JV coach at Lakewood High School, and I'm here today with Kellyn Donahoe, our team manager. She has been with us for the past 3 seasons, and we're really excited to have her on as a special guest of the Lakewood Sports Channel today. So without further ado, I'd like to ask Kellyn to just tell us a little bit about herself.
Hi, I am 16 years old and I'm here as a junior at LXS. I have a golden doodle named Knox who I cuddle with when I have hard times that I go through. I have great and amazing siblings and parents who work me hard in school. When I get older, I want to be a teacher assistant and a part-time basketball coach.
Great, thanks so much, Kellyn. I think you have a lot of experience coaching and being a team manager that you'll be great in anything that you do in that sense. So when did your love for basketball begin?
When I began to love basketball when I watched my siblings play, and I loved the Cavs, even LeBron.
Oh yeah? Even LeBron? You think any of your siblings could match up to him?
0. Nope.
Yeah, not happening. So what are some of your favorite spots around Lakewood?
My favorite spot on Lakewood is Nature's Oasis because its food is so good and it's so healthy. I love to go to Lakewood Park to run there, and even the sunsets. I also like to ride my bike around Lakewood, and of course, Chipotle.
Oh yeah, Chipotle is one of the best. Lakewood Park's a great place to go to watch the sunset. I know I rode my bike there a lot this summer too. With COVID, it was one of the best things you could have done. All right, so who were some of your favorite teachers or mentors in Lakewood?
Some of my mentors are Mrs. Gazowski from Festart, Mrs. Seidman, Mrs. Hutchinson from H2O, Miss Sabin from Barnstormers, Sarah and Alex Myers from Yen Life. My brothers and sisters, including my sister-in-law, are my best mentors, including my great friends. They like to be around me, and I want to get better at the things that I can get better at as they can do.
That's great, Kellyn. Yeah, a lot of people are super supportive in Lakewood. We have a great, tight-knit community, and it's really great that you have a lot of people that you can lean on to be your best self.
Some of my teachers, everyone in the high school knows who I am and they know me. And I have great and amazing teachers who work me hard to be a better student, to be able to head for college.
Yeah, that's great, and it helps that you're a hardworking student too, so you're making their job easier every day as well.
Yeah.
All right, so our last questions, or question and comment. Anything you would like to say to our seniors who are going to be leaving us this season?
Yes, I'm going to miss them. I wish them luck at college, and it's nice to see them in the gym before they went to the game.
Yes, yeah, we're going to miss them too. They're going to miss you. Anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, I have a lot of memories from the girls' team. It is when I made those threes, and even in the locker room, but non-COVID, when we sing Halo. And I like being on the bench to give them the liquid arrows for making when they make the free throws. And I love and having a great, amazing coaches who taught us really well.
Thanks so much, Kellyn. We appreciate you too, especially making the varsity team those snack bags every away game. They definitely appreciate it. It was so great having you on today. We're so lucky to have you in our program, and we're really excited for your senior year next year and continuing to make waves in this program.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. Thank you.
Well, certainly enjoyed hearing from Kellyn on that one. She is such a positive light in this Lakewood Athletics program. I know, like I said, anytime we're able to sit down and talk with Kellyn, it makes my day. I know you feel the same. She was team manager for you as well during your stint as head coach. And like I said, you can't ask for a better attitude, better energy from someone than like you can with Kellyn Donahoe.
For a long time, so her sister graduated in 2016, Kristen Donahoe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just a big fan of that whole family. Kellyn is definitely a light in our community, but that whole family is golden as far as I'm concerned. Very good people.
Well, we appreciate everybody hanging in there with us during that interview for the technical difficulties. If I have my say on the Lakewood Sports Channel, I'm going to play that interview at every halftime we have from here on out. So thanks for hanging with us. No, it wasn't perfect there, but certainly a perfect interview with Kellyn Donahoe there. And a big shout out to Kellyn and Coach Aaron Hoffer for putting that together. We're proud to carry that on the Lakewood Sports Channel as the second half kicks off here. Lakewood leading 22-18 against Buckeye. And again, on senior day here, Coach Mike Harper, we certainly are looking for the Lakewood Rangers to hold on to this lead and try to pull out the W at the end here. Some really encouraging things we saw in the second quarter there from the Rangers.
For sure, and I think it all starts with stopping number 25 on defense. I think they've done some a good job in both ways, whether they fronted the post and brought some help behind that, or pushing her far enough off the block and then making her have to really work for her options at that point. So it's going to be a tough one this second half. We continue to do that, stay out of foul trouble, throw enough bodies at her. I think we'll be all right.
Tough take there by Hudak, and she was assessed an offensive foul. Buckeye going back to their bread and butter, which is that 1-3-1 zone defense. Certainly Lakewood will be trying to crack the code to that here in the third quarter as we are bringing you Lakewood basketball on the Lakewood Sports Channel, the first of our two games we're carrying for you today. Meyer got positioned down low on Germain, and a call again goes against the senior. Lily Germain doing her best down there on a tough assignment, and certainly seemed like she was playing the post the way you're taught to play the post, but the man in the black and white stripes saw it a different way. A nice bounce back there by Germain to pull down that rebound on the miss. McCullough will lead the Rangers back the other way. Gianna found Hudak, and Lakewood will try to solve this zone defense. McCullough looking to the corner. That has been an area of success for the Rangers, but that ball traveled all the way past the out-of-bounds line. Timeout by Coach Work, a quick one. And Lakewood still leading by 4 here, but if you're Coach Work,
I think that's a smart timeout.
The conversation just happened in the locker room. You want to make sure everybody had their ears wide open while you were in the locker room.
That's sometimes the disconnect with young teams, right? So, you finish off a great second quarter, you go in at half and you're feeling really good about yourself, and then you come out in the third quarter and you got a little bit of a letdown, like, oh, we've done something. And my whole thing, I used to always tell them, like, listen, it's only halftime. We haven't done anything yet. Stay focused.
No trophies for 2 quarters of basketball.
No. Stay focused.
We talked about it last night on the broadcast. Pat Hayes, myself, calling the Lakewood and Buckeye men's game last night. And we said, listen, with a young squad, you take some unconventional timeouts. You wouldn't think you'd take one of your timeouts only 40 seconds into a quarter, but certainly you want to get the message through to players that maybe don't have as much experience as a senior or junior-laden team. And it paid dividends last night for the Lakewood Rangers, and I'm sure Coach Work had a great message for the girls there and looking for it to pay off here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and it was a good timeout. Hey, let's refocus and get it together here.
On the floor is Hampton and Keeler, and a jump ball will give the ball back to – the ball will stay with Buckeye. They got such little possession dot up there. It's not like the old scoreboards.
No.
Sometimes the way things used to be are the way they should be. My eyesight isn't what it used to be.
I was about to say, Grant. Sometimes it's us that changes.
Certainly, Lakewood looking for a change to the start of the third quarter for themselves as a zone defense is now being employed by the Rangers. Shot there, rimmed out by McCourt, but a putback will get Buckeye on the board first here in the third quarter.
That's a tough one. Myers was tall enough there to get over, even though McCullough was trying to box her out a bit. She's still tall enough to kind of reach over without over the back and get that rebound and score.
Jermaine will check out for Lakewood, and Carroll will check in. Lakewood looking to crack the 1-3-1 code that the Buckeyes are throwing their way. And if you're Coach Whitehead, you went into the locker room and you said, okay, man defense, Lakewood got some good opportunities. 1-3-1 zone, very limited. So naturally, that's something that Buckeye is going to take pride in, as Meyer takes pride in her wide open layup and knots this one up at 22 apiece. A ball hit way up into the air off the knee of Courtney Keeler. Will keep the ball with Lakewood. Jackie Hudak will check in for Sam Hudak.
Got to get Sam Hudak a little settled down there, a couple bad passes. It's all right. That's the part of being young,
Absolutely, and Lakewood has a young crew, but, man, the intensity has been great for this squad, and certainly a bench that Coach Work likes to go into. 7, 8 players, that's a tool to use if you're Coach Julie Work. Nice rebound there by McCullough. A nice step through will not go for the senior, and Beckett pushes it the other way, expecting Keeler to be in the corner. She was not, and the ball will return to the purple and gold.
Yeah,
Sub there.
That's a tough one. McCullough did everything right there. Good rebound, took her time, stepped through, just couldn't put the shot down,
Sibley will check in for Meyer with 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. With Meyer out, Buckeye still staying in the 1-3-1 zone as the pass went through Hudak's hands, and will change possession as Garcia checks in for McCullough.
Hampton had to let Hudak spread out a little bit more. I don't think Hudak was expecting that pass. In this zone, offensive spacing is key.
Beckett bringing the ball up for Buckeye, who has knotted this one at 22, a 4-0 run for the Bucks. Into the corner, Beckett will shoot it for 3. That one rims out, and Garcia pulls down the rebound as she re-enters the game for Lakewood. Nice crossover there by Hudak to keep the possession with Lakewood. Tough pass underneath to Carroll, but she was fouled underneath, and Lakewood will have the baseline to work with.
Yeah, this is the time Lakewood really needs to take advantage of Meyer being on the bench and try to get a couple buckets on the inside maybe.
Lakewood with a youth movement as well in there. Bounce pass by Garcia will lead to a tie-up, and we'll have a redo underneath the hoop. And like we said, Coach Harper, this has been a great crowd today. It's been great to see the gym. I think every ticket has been used today. Everybody sitting safely where they need to be. But, man, it really feels like a great atmosphere. And for these seniors, that you can't hope for anything else, especially after the season that we've had here.
No, you're absolutely right. It's senior day is always a big day. And, unfortunately, you probably can't have as many family members come and participate in it. So I feel bad for the seniors in that respect. But, hey, like you said, we maxed out every ticket, and that's awesome.
Absolutely. It might not be quantity, but it sure is quantity here at the corner of Bunts and Franklin. And a tie-up will give the ball back to the Bucks. And
great inbounds play again. Garcia had a nice look at it, just couldn't go down again.
Certainly one you expect from the freshman. That's a testament to her skill and abilities. It just didn't go down for her.
I tell you what, I've seen this kid do as a freshman, and usually you don't see this in freshmen, but she can use her right and left hand. So that was a left hand layup.
Very rare.
And she hit a couple of them in Parma.
Really nice. You don't see many seniors switching to their offhand. A tough rebound there by Carroll, as she was able to pull it away from Meyer and find Hampton for the release. Hampton reverses the ball to Hudak. Hudak to Garcia. Garcia for three. That one is off. Hampton was able to corral it, and Lakewood will regain possession. Henriksen from the top of the key. No good, and Meyer pulls that one down.
It's tough when you come out in the second half and there's a lid on that basket, Grant.
But we talked about it in the first half a little bit, especially in that second quarter. It was Lakewood's defense that was leading them into some really nice offensive looks. I got to believe it's going to be the same thing for the Rangers here. As another stop for Lakewood. We'll see if they can translate that stop into some points on the other end. Hudak working against Beckett. Beckett had her hand right there for the cross. And a tough tie-up there. A jump ball will be assessed. And number 3, Hayden DeZanti, will check in for Beckett. Excuse me, I had that one wrong. It's Rosa Treese, number 0. We talked about my eyesight earlier in the broadcast, so thanks for hanging in there with us. Technical difficulties, bad eyesight. You guys are hanging in with us at home on the Lakewood Sports Channel. A foul underneath. Ava Carroll will pick that one up, her third. Jermaine has 3. If you're Lakewood, got to make sure that your bigs underneath are taking care of their guarding position.
Well, Buckeye's doing a nice job of bringing Meyer up to the high post, having her set a screen and then slide down the line, and they're just hitting her nicely on that pass.
Meyer connects on the first one. A good shooting touch from the free throw line for somebody as tall in stature as Meyer is. It's good to see, players with that height also having that skill. Really nice job by Meyer. As that second free throw no good. I might have had the announcer's jinx on that one. I apologize. Henriksen able to track it down in a bullet pass underneath to Garcia. Garcia is fouled, and she will go to the line shooting 2. Nice job by Henriksen, because she had to get herself under control not to go out of bounds, but kept her head up and found Garcia.
She saved the turnover there, buddy.
Sure.
I'll tell you, that was very nice. And then to have the wherewithal to see a cutting Garcia. Very nice play.
Garcia at the line. And we've talked about, what it takes to get a freshman ready at the varsity level, but so much work goes in behind the scenes and that's for every player, but a freshman to produce at this level, it's really a marvel, and it's a testament to how much you have to love the game to, from the first time you step on the hardwood as a high school player, you're ready to play at the big time. I mean, a real testament to Garcia and the coaching staff getting a freshman ready to contribute at the varsity level. You don't see it every day,
no.
But you admire it every time you do see it.
And sometimes even if they have the skill level, they don't have the belief. And that's the thing that you really admire with Garcia. She looks like she's starting to feel like I belong. I belong.
Certainly a comfortability factor coming in for Garcia. She deflects another pass, her third deflection of the game. And Lakewood will corral this one. No, it'll go back to Buckeye. It'll go back to Lakewood. We are pinging around here at Lakewood High, and Lakewood will finally be awarded possession by the official on the sideline there. Nice job by Lakewood to stay after it.
You saw two sophomores there, that got the rebound, and Sydney Hampton and Jackie Hudak. And instead of waiting to let the traffic clear, they immediately try to put the ball on the floor. Those are the things that, as time goes on, they'll get used to not doing that.
Lakewood looking for some offense here as their lead has shrunk to 1. Treese, hounded by Hampton, was able to get out of there.
It's good to see Beckett back on the floor. She seems to be okay.
Treese with the foul there, as number 13, Aaron Demigall, will check in for Treese.
Yeah, Beckett took a nasty fall, and I was hoping that she was okay, and that's good. She's
Beckett back out there on that tie-up she had with Jackie Hudak. Certainly a fantastic guard for the Bucks. Henriksen had that one, lost it, but was able to regain it. Henriksen goes baseline, looking to reverse it now. Carroll reverses it to Hudak. Hudak looking for an open Ranger. Garcia thought about it. Hudak, the floater there, no good, and Meyer pulls it down. Beckett pushing it the other way. A winning combination for the Bucks, Meyer and Beckett. Ball hit off of McCourt's knee, and Lakewood will regain possession, and Gianna McCullough will regain her spot on the court for Jackie Hudak. 1 minute, 47 seconds remaining here. Lakewood leading by 1, 24-23 on the Lakewood Sports Channel. That ball thrown up for grabs, and McCourt came down with it. McCullough got her hand in there, and they will say it went off McCullough. Gianna really didn't track that one down. She might have thought that it went off McCourt there, but
even if you think so and you got a chance to save it, you got to go get it.
Hampton checks out. Hudak checks in. Nice defense underneath there by the Rangers as McCullough looked to tie it up, but Sydney Bell was able to rip it away, and Beckett will set it up for the Rangers. Excuse me, for the Bucks. Cross-court pass over to Demigall. Demigall receives a screen from Meyer. Travel on Demigall, and a nice job by Ava Carroll. Came right off that screen, let Meyer roll to the basket, but hounded the ball handler and forced an extra step because it seemed like Demigall didn't think Carroll was going to stick with her there.
Yeah, and if you get a team that's their ball handling's not as sure out there, those are good. Hedging that screen up top is really good.
Carroll, nice move underneath.
Oh, very nice move.
And that one will go. Nice job by Ava Carroll underneath to put a soft touch on that ball and extend the Ranger lead to 3. Nice little spin move there. Got the defender on her hip and was able to put it up with not a obstruction in her way. And McCullough was knocked to the ground there by Meyer, but no matter as she lays it up and trims the lead back to 1.
I mean, that's good help over there by McCullough. It just,
Meyer, good. Double dribble on Hudak as her layup went up and good, but it'll be erased off the scoreboard. 23 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, shaping up to be a really competitive fourth quarter if you are Lakewood and Buckeye. Two teams that haven't really had a history together before. I don't believe that you played in your tenure as head man for the Rangers, and it'll be a very competitive, I believe, not rivalry, but matchup for years to come between Buckeye and Lakewood. Two communities and two programs that definitely have a defensive identity, a defensive-minded approach, and it'll be a really fun matchup to watch these teams, a little bit on the younger side come through, and we'll see some good matchups for years to come in this new GLC conference. 7 seconds remaining here. McCullough gets it across the timeline. Underneath, that ball was lost, hit off of Meyer's leg, they're going to say, and Lakewood will have a chance to take it out of bounds here. 2.8 seconds remaining. 26-25, the Rangers lead.
Good pushing the action there.
McCullough off a screen. Garcia off a screen. Carroll puts it up. That one no good, and the horn will sound, and we have 8 more minutes left of exciting Women's basketball here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. Lakewood, a slim 1-point margin, but it's been that type of game. Every bucket has been earned by both sides, a little bit on the lower scoring end. But, man, that is not to say it's been a lack of quality from both these teams, executing very nicely defensively and making the other team earn everything they can.
Well, I think if your coach worked, though, she would not be happy with the way we came out in that third quarter.
Sure.
I think that we talked about that earlier in the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, with a young team, trying to get them to put 4 quarters together is
right.
really, really difficult.
And certainly what's been nice to see Lakewood with a 1-point advantage, it was 4 points at the break. But if things aren't going your way on the offensive side, that can't affect the other end, the defensive end, which I'm sure you would argue is the more important end. And, hey, you know.
I may, unless you got a team that can just absolutely
if I
light
set
it
you
up.
and Kamak down together, I think that would be a spirited debate on which one's more important. But, again, you talked about you can't expect a young team to be consistent right out of the gates all the time. They have to learn and grow through those moments. But certainly a nice job by Lakewood to keep their lead, however, you know, small it may be at this point. Nice job by a young team not to bend, perhaps not break in that third quarter.
For sure.
Lakewood up by 1 on the Bucks here, 26-25 as the fourth quarter kicks off on the Lakewood Sports Channel, part of our doubleheader coverage today. Hampton finds herself all alone. Reverses it. Jermaine found underneath by McCullough. Jermaine puts it back up and in. The senior gets it to go. And Lakewood leads by 3. That senior connection. McCullough found Jermaine. Jermaine found a layup.
That's interesting that Myers was away from the rim there.
I was perplexed as to when that it was Jermaine on someone else. And if your coach work, you'll take that.
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
McCullough pestering the ball there. A trip and a jump ball, they're going to call it. A mix-up down there, but no fouls were assessed. And Buckeye will retain possession as Coach Whitehead doing her best reenactment.
I don't know if I disagree with Coach Whitehead there. It's a lot of contact for
certainly.
I'd be making the same argument, I think.
If it's a Rocky Apollo moment where they both fall to the mat at the same time, I don't know how you call that one. There's got to be some differential there. Meyer, nice job to high point that basketball, and that ball will be out on Lakewood. But again, you had players all around Meyer there, but again, high pointing the basketball, a really nice technique by the post player there.
For sure.
Beckett looking for someone. 5 seconds coming up fast as McCullough gets into the dribble there, and a foul will be assessed to the senior.
No.
Excuse me, a foul will be assessed to Buckeye there.
Absolutely. She got the steal and then got held. So fantastic shoot. Fantastic gambling shoot by McCullough there.
I saw no yellow flag on the field there, so I didn't know holding was going to be assessed. But Mike Harper, my eagle eyes here in the commentating booth as Hudak came off a screen. The jump shot no good. But there's Gianna McCullough, the layup no good. Nice effort by the Lakewood Rangers, just couldn't get it to go.
It really is.
Been a highly competitive matchup here as a 3-point lead is what we find ourselves in for the Rangers. Buckeye moving this one around. Beckett pops out. Nice shot, fake and drive there. Her layup no good, and Sam Hudak pulls it down and pushes it. Hudak jump stops, is double teamed, but a holding foul will be assessed. It looks like it'll go on number 4, Sydney Bell, and it will. Hudak dribbled into the corner there, but nice job keeping her composure. It's not the favorite place for a ball handler will be in a coach's eyes, but the sophomore composed herself.
We talked about this a couple games ago.
Sure.
Though. She drove the ball even deeper into trouble on the baseline, so that was nice. That's an improvement there.
Absolutely.
Having the skill set to slow it down, bring it back a little bit. Oh, nice.
Senior day, senior moment for Gianna McCullough. A picture-perfect 3 goes in for the senior, and she extends the Lakewood lead to 6. We haven't seen many three-pointers from Gianna McCullough.
I'm happy for that
but
kid.
No hesitation there. What a moment for the senior.
Yeah, I'm happy for that kid. She's doing the right things out
Absolutely.
there. The ball just hasn't fallen for her.
A travel on Buckeye, and certainly things are going Lakewood's way here with 5 minutes and 49 seconds remaining. Like you said, you gotta really be happy for the seniors there as the timeout is called by Buckeye, and we talked about it at the Open. McCullough and Germain, our players to watch today. Germain, a nice putback layup here in the second half. McCullough, a three-pointer to extend the Lakewood lead. They were our Slife players to watch, and how nice is that to have a moment that you can look back on your senior day and say, man, I really look back fondly on those moments.
Yeah, you know, I always used to tell the girls when I coach, I said, listen, you will be shocked at how fast this 4 years is going to go by. I mean, heck, it's been 30 years. I can't even remember my 4 years in high school. But, I mean, it's just like, you know, savor
Nobody do the math on that.
Yeah.
Nobody do the math on that.
But savor every moment of
Absolutely.
it. You know what I mean? And then, like, you get these moments like this. You know, you put all this work in this program.
Right.
And you're a senior now playing varsity ball. Man, enjoy this day.
Absolutely.
And free your mind and go out there and just play. Have fun with it.
And certainly as you look around today, the posters have been fantastic. But what a senior day that the program has put on, the parents have put on, the Lakewood Athletic Department, the boosters. This has been such a great atmosphere here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. We're so glad you're joining us at home, taking in Lakewood women's basketball.
It's even the dead of winter, and it's sunny outside. So, I mean, what a senior day, right?
Things are looking up here in the 4-4-1-0-7. Hudak, the crossover, the foul on Beckett. And that will get Lakewood shooting 1-1 as Buckeye certainly wanted to avoid that one, but for 5 minutes and 43 seconds, Lakewood will be shooting free throws on all fouls, common and shooting.
That was a good call. You know, Beckett was a little handsy.
And the hand check has gone away.
Yeah.
And certainly, you know, maybe in years past that would be, you know, a gray area, but certainly now with the hand check rules being the way they are, you're definitely going to see that foul called more times than not.
You know, we teach moving your feet on defense. We do full court drills
Sure.
on how to stay in front of your man full court that way.
Your hands are basically the last thing that you're playing defense
Absolutely.
with, right?
But, you know, I always used to tell the refs, like, hey, you watch her ride my player all the way up the court.
It's just a little help, you know. We get by with a little help from our friends, said the Beatles.
I don't know if we call any of the rest of my friends.
Especially not when they're wearing that shirt.
I wasn't always so kind, Grant.
That's the nice part about nostalgia, Coach Harper. Sometimes we remember things differently than they transpired, as a foul on Lakewood will be assessed. And a different story here in the second half, because in the first half it was Buckeye with just one foul committed, Lakewood with 6. And now Buckeye leading the foul calls here with 7-5 in the fourth quarter. And if you're Lakewood, that's a testament to holding on to the basketball and making smart decisions. As a foul was assessed underneath, I wonder if that's going to be a three-point play. Basket will be counted for Meyer underneath. Coach Work not happy about the screen that was thrown out front there, but Meyer will go to the line looking to cut this lead to 5. That free throw no good, and Lakewood will push it the other way, leading by 6. 5 minutes remaining here at Lakewood High School. Nice screen there by Hampton. The driving layup by Hudak is no good, and Buckeye will have a chance to cut it to a possession.
I really am impressed with that Beckett kid. I tell you, she got the rebound on the defensive end, and she pushed, and she found her big man running the floor there.
And like we said, that Beckett to Meyer connection has certainly been one that has paid off for the Buckeye Bucks this season. And it's not only the point guard's job to push the ball after a rebound, it's the big's job to run the floor, and a fantastic job by Meyer there.
Absolutely. But the wherewithal for a point guard to be that kind of guard that's going to be all over the floor, like, you know, she's on the defensive end. She's coming off the perimeter to go get that rebound, and now she's out there, she's attacking that rebound, putting the ball on the floor and pushing, and leading to, you know, an easy run out.
Meyer, her second free throw, no good, so no harm. I won't say no foul because there was a foul, but no harm on the foul, as Meyer couldn't connect with either of the two free throws. Hampton, McCullough, Henriksen, Garcia, and Carroll out there for the Rangers. As Meyer pulls down the McCullough miss, and this is a lineup we haven't really seen much from Lakewood, with Carroll out there and Garcia, and it'll be interesting to see how this group plays together a little bit. As Buckeye brings it down, The dump into Meyer, no good. Nice defense by Carroll and Garcia together, and a travel will be assessed to Carroll. It looked like the ball got tied up down there. A travel wouldn't be something that you would see in a play like that, but nonetheless assessed to Carroll there.
I was thinking jump ball myself there, Grant, but
Meyer down low was able to pull that one down, and another foul will be assessed to Carroll. A hold. Meyer was trying to step through 2 Rangers there, and Carroll holding on that play again.
Yeah. You know, it seems like McAuliffe got the worst end of that one because it really kind of went to her, and she got a little ran over.
Carroll's 4th foul. You would have hoped that maybe that foul would have been assessed to McAuliffe if you're head coach Julie Work. But a missed free throw again by Meyer is pulled down by Carroll, so no harm on the foul. Ball is skipped ahead to McAuliffe. The senior surveys the landscape with 4 minutes remaining. Henriksen in the corner, shot fake, and pulls it back out. McAuliffe fakes it as well, and what a layup by the senior. Meyer standing there waiting, but Gia McAuliffe went with the offhand right there. What a layup by the senior.
See, she's doing all the right things. It's just a matter of getting the ball to go down. That's beautiful stuff.
Certainly a nice play there by McAuliffe when you see the 6'1" junior Meyer standing down below, and a nice rebound there by number 11, Regan McCourt, and she will earn a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah.
But again, McAuliffe there, she had Meyer on her right hip there, and you would think you're driving right, going to lay it up right. 6'1" post player is going to definitely change that idea fairly quickly, and a nice job by McAuliffe there to have that kind of unorthodox finish. It certainly paid off for her, as another free throw is missed by Buckeye. Buckeye certainly had their chances to get back.
I was just
in
about
this
to
one.
say Buckeyes had their opportunities from the free throw line here.
Reverse announcer's jinx right there.
Yeah, great. You got to cut it out, Grant.
I'm just going to listen. From now on, you'll hear number 11 free throw. I will be robotic. Hampton finding a cutting McAuliffe, and that ball was tipped and stolen by the Bucks. 35-28, Lakewood leads, approaching 3 minutes remaining in this one. It's been a fantastic game on the Lakewood Sports Channel. Lakewood trying to hold on, and a block by Hampton underneath, but the ball found Bell, and Bell rang it in for the layup.
So here's where it's imperative to take care of the basketball. You come down the stretch, 3 minutes left, you got a 5-point lead. Those things can evaporate quick if you keep the turnovers going.
Lakewood been fortunate for some misses at the free throw line by Buckeye, maintaining this 5-point lead, but like you just said, evaporation can happen quickly, and a timeout there by Coach Work. She will have 3 remaining as this game continues. Lakewood with 9 fouls, 35 points, and Buckeye with 2 timeouts remaining, 7 fouls for the ladies in brown and orange. And if you're Coach Work there, you're seeing your team, kind of maybe the tension is coming a little bit, right? The crucial moments of the game are closing in. It's like the vault in Indiana Jones, right? The window is getting smaller and smaller as the clock winds down. What's your message if you're Coach Work there? That's a valuable timeout because your timeouts are running down as the game ticks on here.
Well, you're trying to really have them focus in, needle-like focus in on execution. Taking care of the ball, execution. It's getting tight for them. That those players are young and they're feeling it, but you just really want to keep repeating what you've worked on. Focus. Take care of the ball.
Back to the 1-3-1 zone for Buckeye as McAuliffe's jump shot is no good, but Carroll pulled it down, steps through and in. Ava Carroll, what an effort down low.
Love Ava Carroll. Love Ava Carroll.
Certainly the sophomore enjoying her first year on varsity. She has been huge in this game today. A travel will be assessed to Buckeye there, and certainly the timeout has paid dividends for Coach Work. Nice layup there by Carroll. She didn't give up on that one. She stepped through, physical finish. You'd love to see that from a sophomore.
I have a sophomore son, and Ava Carroll and he went to Hayes together. They played on the Dare team together. Ava Carroll.
That had to be a dynamic duo. And you can't play for a better elementary school than Hayes.
No, and guess who coached it? The other coach in the family, great Melissa Harper.
Wow.
Coach Harper's wife. I think if people got a load of her coaching, they might have not wanted me in this position I was in.
You're glad that their game was not on the Lakewood Sports Channel. That's certainly the case, as a tough collision underneath will keep the ball with the Rangers. 37-28.
That's the second spill that Beckett's taken there, man. She plays hard. That's going to happen to players
Sure.
when they're, they're especially guards.
We saw some collisions in the boys' game last night. You and I were sitting right there together, and boy, when two teams are playing their hearts out there, you got to imagine that there's going to be physical play. But good job by both squads to keep this game really moving well. And Meyer got the rebound, but the Rangers will tie it up and keep it with them underneath on the baseline here. Nice job not to give up on that one by McCullough.
Absolutely. Senior night, senior showing out. I like it.
Senior showcase, we should have called it, because this has been McCullough's fourth quarter. Hampton getting close to 5 seconds, and she will not get to 5 seconds as Coach Work a timely timeout. Now, as a coach, is your head continuously counting down from 5?
Absolutely, especially at the end of the game.
It's easy to get caught up because you have a set play probably drawn up, and but your main focus is don't let that violation be assessed, right?
Absolutely. One of the good things, though, early in my tenure when I had, players like Michaela Harper and Maggie Rao, all the way through to Ryan Greenfield and Isabel Cintron, those players were smart enough that they were coaches for you out there. And so they know to count it in their heads themselves, and they, understanding the game, time, and situation, they knew when to call timeout. So added help there. But, yes, as a coach, 2.5 minutes left in a tight game like this, you're definitely counting it down in your head. And that was a good timeout there by Coach Work.
Coach Work, 2 timeouts left to work with. Coach Whitehead, 2 timeouts herself. 9 fouls on Lakewood, 7 fouls on Buckeye. 37-28, the Rangers lead here on Senior Day. Part of our doubleheader on the Lakewood Sports Channel, presented by First Federal of Lakewood. Hampton not seeing many options again. Was able to get it in at the nick of time to Henriksen. Physical defense there from Bell on Henriksen. Shovel pass off to McCullough. McCullough will drive middle. Gianna McCullough's layup, no good, but she was hit down to the ground, and Lakewood bench wanted a foul. They will not get one. McCullough fouled. McCullough followed that ball all the way down the court and was able to get a turnover, stopping the Buckeyes from breaking out there. Those are plays that may not show up anywhere in the stat book, but very important. You got to make Buckeye beat you in the half court, not on the fast break.
That was such a great move by McCullough to the basket, and those are the ones you just wish that they would fall for.
You heard the flexion in my voice. I thought that one was going down, but unfortunately it did not. Beckett drove straight into Carroll, and Carroll will be assessed, I believe, her 5th foul.
See, once again.
Her third foul, excuse me.
Once again, though, Beckett goes down hurt.
Sure.
Sits out for a minute. She's a tough kid.
No change in her style of play there. You got to admire that.
And, she comes in and she's in attack mode. There's nothing, you know what I mean? She's not shying away. Even though she's been hurt twice in this game, she's not shying away. A lot of respect for that.
Alyssa Beckett, a fantastic job leading this Buckeye attack here at Lakewood High School, and 37-30 is what we have with under 2 minutes remaining here in the game. Hampton brings it up against Keeler. Keeler hounding Hampton. Hampton dribbles. She's double teamed, finds McCullough right in the nick of time there. 10 seconds was coming fast for the Rangers. Garcia will work with Henriksen, and Henriksen will get it out to McCullough, trying to run down this time a little bit if you are Lakewood.
Absolutely. This is the time where you're trying to kill some clock. Really be strong with the ball.
Foul assessed to Buckeye, and Gianna McCullough will go to the hoop. Go to the free throw line, trying to put that ball in the hoop. Her first shot is up and in, a pure free throw from the senior, as we are now with 1:39 left and an 8-point advantage.
This is what you expect your seniors to do. Go to the line and put this game away.
Ice in her veins. McCullough looking to ice this one, and another free throw to extend Lakewood's lead to 9. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining here. 9-point lead for the Rangers. Nice back cut, nice play there by Buckeye, but the pass couldn't be handled by Keeler, and Lakewood in the driver's seat now.
Great pass by Beckett, though. That's unfortunate.
It must be a staple in the Buckeye basketball program, that back cut there. We saw a couple in the boys' game last night as well.
Look at the freshman out there getting the ball, bringing it up.
Nice job by Garcia.
It's a fantastic job by Garcia.
McCullough hounded by Beckett, and she will be called for the foul. McCullough will go back to the line, trying to push this one away from the Bucks for good. 39-30, Lakewood leading. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining. A hush fell over the gym there as everybody was waiting with bated breath to see if McCullough would sink another one, and I don't think a rim has been touched by McCullough on these set of free throws.
Uh-oh, there you go.
I said I would just say she was. Hey, all right, McCullough debunking the announcer's jinx conspiracy.
Nice. I'm so happy for McCullough.
Thank you to the senior.
So happy for McCullough, though. That's exactly what you want to see. Oh, offensive foul there. Whoa.
And Lakewood certainly in the driver's seat now, up 11 with 1:07 remaining.
So they got to come foul now. You want to try to see what you can do to keep this in your shooter's hands.
Hampton will be the one with the ball there. Henriksen got to get it across the timeline. She does. She'll be double teamed by Buckeye. Henriksen is held. It looked like possibly a jump ball could have been assessed. And Lakewood will go to the line to shoot a pair. It'll be Molly Henriksen, who's had a fantastic shooting game.
I think Coach Whitehead was trying to get the initial foul, but found herself fortunate enough to have Henriksen tied up on the sideline. And you might be right. That might have been a jump ball.
Right. But at this point in the game, it's kind of known that you're looking to foul the ball handler.
Right. But I think she would have liked that a couple, 3 seconds earlier when the first foul actually happened.
Time certainly not on the side of the Bucks here. 42-30.
It's a time game now, and that's even getting out of hand, you know.
54 seconds remaining here at Lakewood High School as Henriksen knocks in both. Her hot shooting night continues. What a job by Molly Henriksen to get the Rangers started and keep them in it, frankly. While the offense was a little stagnant today, Molly Henriksen has certainly brought her shooting powers to the Rangers, and Carroll puts one more imprint on this one. The steal by the sophomore. What a defensive showing by Ava Carroll, and a timeout will be called by Coach Julie Work as Lakewood with a 13-point lead here and a masterful job. The Ranger faithful are clapping it up for the Rangers, and man, some nice execution by the Rangers down the stretch here. We've talked about it. You know, Lakewood on the tough end of a few close losses early in the season. You can see that experience paying off for them here. They've handled the ball, they've pulled it out when they've needed to, and they're knocking down free throws and still staying engaged on the defensive end no matter what the score has ballooned to.
Well, you know, they have. I think, though, one of the things that you saw, which was really cool, is that they didn't really play a good third quarter at all. And I think, you know, the turnovers and other things, but they didn't let that deflate them going into the fourth quarter. And you saw halfway through that fourth quarter, they really started to assert their, you know, dominance in this game. And that was really cool to see. Spurred on by the senior tonight, Gianna McCullough.
Gianna McCullough, maybe her best game of the year so far.
Absolutely. Let's make sure we give her props because I know it's been a struggle a little bit. She hasn't played offensively like she would have liked to this year, but she played solid tonight. Very proud of her.
Well, a great part of a game like this, Lakewood doing what it's necessary to get the game to this point. You're able to get both seniors back in there, Jermaine and McCullough out there for their senior day. What a fantastic day it's been here at Lakewood High School. Jermaine gets this one underneath. Shirley looking to put it up. That one, rimmed around and didn't go, but Lily Jermaine, nice effort there. Both seniors sharing a big smile as they come back down the court. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I think they wanted to see if they could get Jermaine one more bucket.
Meyer will put one more in for Buckeye, and some subs will come in for Lakewood. And nice job by Coach Work to get the seniors their round of applause here. Nice job, Lily and Gianna on senior day. Big hugs all around, and such a fantastic job by both girls to see this season out. It couldn't have been easy for the seniors in their last year, but big smiles on their faces as they come out of this one. Lakewood in position for a win.
Absolutely. Very, very nice to see. Getting all choked up, Grant.
Well, if you need me to take over,
I'm getting sentimental in my old age, man.
What a time to be sentimental as Lakewood takes this one. A winning streak for the purple and gold. 43-32, the Rangers take this one over Buckeye. And big shout out to Gianna McCullough and Lily Germain on their senior day. It was a fantastic game here at Lakewood High School and a fantastic senior day. We're so glad you could join us at home. We're so glad to have this atmosphere. Great job all around by the Lakewood basketball program, the Lakewood staff here to put this one together. This gym has not looked better, and all it's missing is all of you, as Jim Donovan would say. And don't go anywhere. If you have to go get something to eat, we understand. If you have to do some chores around the house. But we will be back on the Lakewood Sports Channel here at 7 o'clock as University School takes the trip up from Hunting Valley to the 44107. The only thing that's going to change are the teams and the color commentators. We're going to have Pat Hayes. He might want you to leave that seat. I don't know if you'll let him. He hasn't earned that yet.
No.
But we're so glad you could join us at home for a Ranger W, their second in a row, as GLC tournament play will kick off here soon. For Mike Harper, I'm Grant Graves. Thanks for joining us today. And, Mike, this was a fun one for those two seniors especially.
Oh, it was awesome. And, to get 2 in a row, too. Look, it's been a long season, right? With all the COVID stuff and they've switched head coaches here, and I mean, what I'm saying from that,
sure. No, right.
it's just change, and it's something different.
Right. It would be a lot of change in a normal year.
Absolutely.
Right.
So and then you come out and you lose your first 8 or 9 games, and so I'm just really happy that they were able to put back-to-back games and back-to-back wins here. And, this really bodes well for going into the tournament, man. I'm proud of them.
Yes, absolutely. A proud showing by the purple and gold, and certainly great jobs by Lily Germain and Gianna McCullough on their senior day. We will catch you back on the Lakewood Sports Channel at 7 o'clock sharp for University School and Lakewood men's basketball here at the corner of Bunts and Franklin. Thank you so much for tuning in today. A Rangers W on the Lakewood Sports Channel. Don't forget to tune in later, and go Rangers!